back everyone, I hope you're all fantastic. On today's video, we are checking out a new plugin version of one of my favorite real-world boost pedals, the Mudkiller from Electric Eye Audio. The plugin version actually expands upon the physical pedal by adding a gate section, presets, and two new tone curves in here. You've got the physical Mudkiller setting as MK, then you've got a mid boost and a treble boost setting on there. What I want to do is just quickly go over the controls and let you hear some tones. To start out, I'm playing my Music Man JP7 in drop A. I've got the Mudkiller plugin just before the Auto Audio 1111 plugin, which is a pretty awesome plugin in its own right that I'll be doing a video with in the not too distant future. But essentially, very familiar controls. Post gain is going to be like your level control on, say, a tube screamer. Tone, self-explanatory, and pre-gain is like your drive control. You can actually disable this part of the circuit on the real pedal and the plugin. Then you've got the mud control, which kind of gives the pedal its name. So there's going to be a variable low cut. So you can just use it like a classic boost pedal, or if you're using extended range guitars and you really want to cut some low end before the amp and tighten stuff up, this is going to be your best friend. So we'll just start off with the tone at noon, post gain all the way up. The pre-gain is out of the circuit, and I'll just show you what the mud control does if you're not familiar with the real pedal. That's doing exactly the thing that I like about the real pedal. What I'm going to do is bring the tone control up for this particular sound and just add some more sizzle. Then I will bring in this pre-gain circuit, and then I'll play around with the different tone curves on there. So let's hear that. Option to just use this as a kind of tightener on front of your favorite amp sim is really great, but the clipping circuit in there with the pre-gain control, just a little bit of it on there. I love that. It takes it from really tight and chunky to just tight, chunky, and gloriously saturated. Just put some hair on there, which I really like. Also, pretty surprised how much I like that TB setting in there. It almost kind of takes this classic sound and turns it more into that like TC integrated preamp fort and grind style boost on there. So what I'm going to do next is I'll run with those same settings on my PRS in Drop C, which has lower output, more kind of vintage sounding pickups in it, and we'll scroll through a few presets on there. So let's check it out. You could hear there that you can set up the gate to do that really tight staccato, almost kind of glitchy effect when you're palm muting really heavily. Let's hear a few presets now. I think the tightening up rectos one is probably my favorite. It's actually very similar to the settings that I dialed in previously. So I'll just let you hear it with and without. Before we go, I'll let you hear the Mudkiller plugin on something that's not a kind of modern high gain amp sim with super detuned guitars. This is my PRS McCarty. I've just had a Sir Doug Aldrich humbucker put in the bridge. This is a 59 in the neck. And I'm using the Nembrini Audio 88 MP1 plugin, which, you know, it's kind of close to my heart. You all know how much I love the original MP1s, and the plugin does a really good job of kind of copying that hair metal tone with some grease on it. So what I'm going to do is start with this Boost for Marshalls preset on here and just kind of fine tune it for this particular rig. Let's hear it. Bypass and then engage. Thanks to Silas and Electric Eye Audio for sponsoring this video. If you check the link in the video description, you can get introductory pricing. There's a discount available. Let me know your thoughts on the Mudkiller in the comment section below. I love the real pedal. I can actually see myself using this quite a bit in front of that MP1 sim anytime I just want to use that and get that extra layer of grease on top. And I think if you've got a kind of generic high gain rectifier plugin or something like that, and you find yourself really having to tweak it and remove a lot of low end, something like this, kind of like the real pedal with the real amps, does make it significantly quicker to get up and going with a big chunky tone. So like I said, thank you to Silas again. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and if you like what I'm doing on the channel, check the video description for some more ways you can support what I'm doing. Have a great day, and I'll see you all next time.